How many times I blunder in love and out again. They offer me devotion, I like it, I confess. When I reflect emotion, there's no need to guess. Falling in love again, never wanted to. What am I to do? I can't help it. Love's always been my game. Play it how I may. I was made that way. I can't help
Alice!
May I come in?
I had no idea you were back.
I arrived last night.
What's that?
It's exquisite, superb.
The Matisse?
Yes.
You got it after all.
It's unbelievable.
Well, undo it quickly.
Well, Otto will have to see it too.
He's asleep.
Well, wake him up then.
Not now, Ernest. He's had the most awful neuralgia all night.
Neuralgia?
Yes, all up one side of his face and down the other side. You want some coffee?
Why are there 2 cups if Otto has neuralgia?
Habit. There are always 2 cups.
Voila.
Yes, it's good.
No, stand further back.
Very good indeed. How much?
£800?
Did you bargain?
No, that was their price.
I think you were right. Dealers or private owners?
Oh, dealers. You know, it's strangely unlike all his other work, don't you think?
What are you going to do with it?
Oh, wait a little.
And then resell?
I expect so.
It'll need a room to itself.
None of your decorating schemes. Hands off.
Oh, don't you think I'm a good decorator?
Not particularly.
Darling Ernest.
Otto will go mad when he sees it.
You think Otto's good, don't you? You think he's all right?
Oh, he's coming along. Coming along very nicely.
Better than that, much better.
Oh, Lady Jaguar defending her young.
Otto isn't my young.
Of course he is. Otto's everybody's young.
You think he's weak, don't you?
Certainly I do.
And that I'm strong.
Strong as an ox.
You've called me a jaguar and an ox in the last 2 minutes. I do wish you wouldn't be quite so zoological.
A temperamental ox, Gilda. Sometimes a hysterical ox. At the moment, an over-vehement ox. Tell me, what's the matter with you this morning?
The matter with me?
There's a wild gleam in your eye.
Oh, be a nice blue bottle and stop buzzing at me, will you?
You're a striking-looking woman, particularly when a little distrait. It's a pity Otto's paintings of you have always been so tranquil. He's missed something.
The next time he paints me, you must be here to lash me with gay witticisms.
Surely in my role of bitter, old family friend, I can demand a little confidence.
Oh, it's awfully hot in here today, isn't it?
Well, why not open a window?
There. Oh, I'm sick of this studio. It's squalid. I wish I was somewhere quite different. I wish I was somebody quite different. I wish I were a nice-minded British matron with a husband, a cook, and a baby. I wish I believed in God. And the Daily Mail and Mother India.
And I wish you'd tell me what's upsetting you.
Glands, I expect. Everything's glandular.
You know, with all my detachment, I find it very difficult to regard your painful twistings and turnings with composure.
Why?
Because I'm very fond of you. Will you explain one thing to me really satisfactorily?
What?
Why don't you marry Otto?
You know, it's very strange that with all your worldly wisdom, you're nothing but a respectable little old woman in a black bonnet.
You don't like being disapproved of, do you?
Does anybody?
Anyhow, I don't disapprove of you yourself. It's your mode of life.
Oh, I see.
Oh, your life is so dreadfully untidy, Gilda.
Well, I'm not a tidy person.
You haven't answered my question.
Why I don't marry Otto.
Yes. Is there a real reason, or just a lot of faintly affected theories?
There is a very real reason.
Well?
I love him. I love him!
All right, there's no need to shout.
Yes, there is. Every need. I should like to scream.
That would surely be very bad for Otto's neuralgia.
The only reasons for me to marry would be to have children, to have a home, to have a background for social activities, and to be provided for. Well, I don't like children. I don't need a home. can't bear social activities. And I have a small but adequate income of my own. I love Otto deeply. And I respect him as a person and as an artist. To be tied legally to him would be repellent to me, and to him too. It's not a dashing bohemian gesture to free love. It's just the way we feel, both of us. Now, are you satisfied?
If you are.
Oh, Ernest, you're impossible. You sit there looking quizzical and it maddens me.
I am quizzical.
Well, be something else, for God's sake.
I suppose you know Leo is back.
What?
I said I suppose you know Leo is back.
It's not true.
Didn't he let you know?
Well, when did he arrive? Where's he staying?
He arrived yesterday on the Mauritania. I had a note from him last night.
Well, where's he staying?
You'll get a shock when I tell you.
Quickly, quickly.
Georges V.
He must be raving. Leo at the George V. What a glorious picture. Marble bathrooms, private balconies. Leo in all that grandeur, it isn't possible.
I gather he's made a good deal of money.
That's not enough excuse. He ought to be ashamed of himself.
I can't understand him not letting you know he was back. I fully expected to find him here.
He'll appear sooner or later.
Are you glad he's made money?
Why do you ask that?
Curiosity?
Well, of course I'm glad. I adore Leo.
And Otto. What about Otto?
What do you mean, what about Otto?
Will he be glad too?
What are you trying to find out?
Nothing.
I think you should grasp the situation a little better, having known us all for so long.
Leo and Otto knew each other first?
Yes, I know all about that. I came along and spoiled everything. Go on, dear.
No, I haven't said that.
It's what you meant.
I think perhaps you may have spoiled yourself a little.
Distrust of women frequently sets in at your age, Ernest.
I cannot for the life of me imagine why I'm so fond of you. You have such abominable manners.
Well, it's probably the scarlet life I live, causing me to degenerate into a shrew.
Very likely.
Oh, I am sorry, darling. About my bad manners, I mean. You're a little darling and you love us all a lot, don't you? Me a little less than Otto and Leo because I'm a woman and therefore unreliable.
Quite.
But there is one thing I want you to understand. Absolutely and completely. I love Otto. Whatever happens, I love Otto.
I never for one moment suggested that you did.
Wait and see. Just wait and see. Oh, darling Ernest, there is a crisis on. A full-blooded emotional crisis. And when I need you, which I expect will be very soon, I shall yell. I shall yell like mad.
I knew you were in a state about something.
Oh, how lovely to be you. You are a clever little thing.
Oh, Gilda, stop it.
Take a look at this, my darling. Measure it with your eyes. Woman in 3 cardinal colors. Portrait of a too-loving spirit tied down on a predatory feminine carcass.
This is definitely macabre.
Right again?
I think I'm going.
No, stay. You'll find out so much.
I don't want to find out anything. You're scaring me to death.
Courage, Ernest. Be brave. Look at the whole thing as a sideshow. People pay to see freaks. Walk up. Walk up. Walk up and see the fat woman and the monkey man and the living skeleton and the 3 famous hermaphrodites.
Gasflush!
Otto,
I've come home.
Oh.
you see what happens when I crack the whip?
Darling Ernest, how very sweet to see you.
When did you leave Bordeaux?
My train, dear heart.
Well, why didn't you telegraph?
I don't hold with these modern innovations.
This is very interesting.
What's very interesting?
Life, Otto. I was just meditating upon life.
Well,
Well, what?
what's the matter?
Why should you think anything's the matter?
Well, have your faces lit up? No. Have you rushed at me with outstretched arms? No. Are you either of you even remotely pleased to see me? Obviously no. Something dreadful has happened and you're trying to decide how to break the news to me. Tell me at once. What is it? What's the matter?
Gilda has neuralgia.
Nonsense. She's as strong as a horse.
Oh, my God.
What's she oh my godding about?
Oh, it's glandular. Everything is glandular.
Have you both gone mad?
Don't take off your hat and coat.
What?
I said don't take off your hat and coat.
Very well, darling, I won't, I promise you. As a matter of fact, I said to myself only this morning, I said, Otto, you must never be parted from your hat and coat. Never, never, never.
There is a surprise for you, my darling. A beautiful surprise.
What?
You must go to the Georges V at once.
Georges V?
Yes, that's the surprise.
Who is it? Well, who's at the Georges V?
Leo.
You're not serious. He couldn't be.
He is. He arrived last night on the Mauritania. His play is still running in Chicago. He sold the movie rights and he's made thousands.
Well, have you seen him?
Of course, last night.
Well, I'll be damned.
I told you didn't understand, Ernest. Oh, if only you'd let me know you were coming. We could have both met you at the station. It would have been so lovely. Leo will be furious. Now, you must go to him now and bring him back here and we'll make some sort of a plan for the rest of the day.
This is good. Good. Better than good. An excellent super homecoming. I was thinking about him bumping along that awful train last night. Oh, God, how marvellous he'd be able to go to Annecy with us.
No, he's got to go back to New York and then on to London.
Well, splendid. We'll go with him. He's been away far too long. Come on.
No.
What are you going to do?
Stay here and tidy up. You go with Otto to fetch Leo, Ernest. You said my life was untidy. Well, I'm taking it to heart.
Oh, come on, Gilda. It doesn't matter about tidying up.
Yes, it does. It does. An orderly mind is the most important thing in the world to have.
He's probably bought us presents. And if he's rich, they'll be expensive presents. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Come along, Ernest, my little honey. We'll take a taxi.
I don't think I'll go.
We must. He loves you almost as much as us.
Yes, of course. Go, Ernest.
Come on.
Go. And come back and we'll all celebrate. Can't you hear me? I'm yelling. I'm yelling like mad.
What on earth are you talking about?
Bad joke and very difficult to explain.
Good morning, darling. I never kissed you good morning.
Oh, never mind about that now. You must go or you'll have gone out. You don't want to miss him, do you?
Good morning, darling.
Dearest.
Hmm?
Otto, I do love you so very much. So please be careful when you cross the roads. Look to the left and to the right and all around everything and don't do anything foolish or impulsive. Please remember, there's a dear.
She's crazy about me, poor little thing. Just crazy about me.
What now?
I don't know.
Are there any cigarettes?
Yes, in that box.
Want one?
No. Whom do you love best? Otto or me?
Silly question.
Well, it's important to me.
No, it is not really. It doesn't matter who loves who the most. You can't line up things like that mathematically.
Isn't it a joke? Can't we make it a joke?
Yes, it's a joke, all right. We can laugh until our sides ache. Let's start, shall we?
What's the truth? The absolute deep-down truth.
Should be easy, you know. The actual facts are so simple. I love you. You love me. You love Otto. I love Otto. Otto loves you. Otto loves me. Then I'll start to unravel from there.
There's no way of not telling him, is there?
Of course not.
He could pretend that you just arrived and missed them on the way.
Very possibly, dear. Very possibly.
Do you think we're working each other up too much? Do you think we're imagining it to be more serious than it really is?
Perhaps.
Do you think he may not mind quite so dreadfully after all?
He'll mind just as much as you or I would in similar circumstances. Probably a little bit more. Put yourself in his place.
Oh, don't.
Tell me one thing. How sorry were you last night when once you realized we were in for it?
I wasn't sorry at all. I gave way utterly.
So did I.
It was romantic. Suddenly, violently romantic. The whole evening was gala. There seemed to be something new about you. Something I hadn't realized before. Perhaps it's having money. Perhaps your success has given you a little extra glamour.
Look at me now, sweet. It's very chilly this morning light. How do I appear to you now?
The same.
So do you. I can still see you too clearly last night to be able to realize what you look like this morning. You were very got up. Very got up indeed in your green dress and your earrings. It was gala, all right. Strong magic.
Coloured lights, sly music, overhanging trees, paper streamers, all the trappings.
And champagne, too. Just to celebrate both of us hating it.
We drank to Otto, too. Perhaps you remember that.
Perfectly.
How could we? Oh, how could we?
Seemed quite natural.
Yes, but we knew in our hearts what we were up to all the time. It was vile of us.
I shall drink to Otto's health until the day I die. Nothing could change that, ever.
Sentimentalist?
Deeper than sentiment. Far, far deeper, beyond the reach of small enchantments.
Was that all it was to you? A small enchantment?
That's all it is to anybody, if they only knew.
Easy wisdom. Is it a comfort to you?
Not particularly.
Oh, let's have some more. Passion's only transitory, isn't it? Love is ever fleeting. Time is a great healer. Trot them all out, dear.
Don't try to quarrel with me.
Well, don't be so wise and assured and knowing, then. It's infuriating.
I believe I was more to blame than you, really.
Why?
I made the running.
You made the running.
A silly pride made me show off, parade my affection for you like a mannequin. A spring model with all the extra flounces.
That's my story, Leo. You can't steal it from me. I'm the one who's been wallowing in self-abasement, dragging out my last night's femininity and spitting on it. I've taken the blame onto myself for the whole thing. Ernest was quite shocked. You should have been listening at the door.
I was.
Good. Then you know how I feel.
A lot of damned hysteria.
Possibly, but heartfelt at the moment.
Can't we put an end to this flagellation party now?
I don't see why we can't go on with it. It passes the time.
Until Otto comes back.
Yes, until Otto comes back. Ugh.
I expect jealousy had something to do with it, too.
Jealousy?
Yes. Subconscious and buried deep, but they're all the same. Ever since our first meeting when you chose Otto so firmly.
You and Otto had a row afterwards, didn't you?
Yes. Beauty.
Blows?
Ineffectual blows. Otto fell into the bath.
Oh, was there any water in it?
Not at first.
Leo, you didn't.
Of course I did. It was the most natural thing to do.
Well, couldn't he get out?
Every time he tried, I pushed him back in again.
The poor darling.
Finally, he got wedged.
Stop it, Leo. Stop it. This is hysteria.
It was a very narrow bath. Far, far too narrow.
Shut up. Leo, please shut up. Stop it, Leo.
Leo!
Hello, Otto.
Why do you stop laughing so suddenly?
It's funny how lovely it is to see you.
Why funny?
Where's Ernest?
He wouldn't come back with me. He darted off very abruptly in a taxi when we found Leo wasn't at the hotel. He seemed to be in a fluster.
Ernest's often in a fluster. It's part of his personality, I think.
Ernest hasn't got a personality.
Yes, he has. But it's only a very little one, gentle and prim.
You've changed, Leo. Your face looks different.
In what way different?
I don't know. Sort of odd.
I was very seasick on the Mauritania. Perhaps that's changed it.
They call the Mauritania the greyhound of the ocean. I wonder why.
Because he's too long and too thin and jumps up and down.
Personally, I prefer the Olympic. It's a good-natured boat and cosy. Also, it has a Turkish bath.
Ah, I dearly love a Turkish bath.
Have you both gone crazy?
Yes, just for a little.
And what does that mean?
Oh, lots of things, Otto. Everything's quite horrid.
I'm awfully puzzled. I do wish you'd both stop hinting and tell me what's happened.
It's serious, Otto. Please try to be wise about it.
Well, how the hell can I be wise about it if I don't know what it is?
Oh, God, this is unbearable. Me?
It wouldn't be what I think it is, would it? I mean, what's just dropped into my mind? It's not that, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Oh, if only you wouldn't look like that.
Can't see that it matters much how I look.
We're both equally to blame.
When did you arrive? When did... Don't you think you'd better tell me a little more?
I arrived yesterday afternoon. As soon as I'd left my bags at the hotel, I came straight round here, naturally. Gilda and I dined together. And I spent the night here.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did.
This is the second bad entrance I made this morning. I don't think I'd better make any more.
Oh, Otto, darling, please listen a
Listen to
minute.
what? What is there for you to say?
Nothing. You're absolutely right. Nothing at all.
Instead of meanly taking advantage of my being away, couldn't you have waited until I got back and told me how you felt?
What difference would that have made?
It would have been more honest, at least.
Bunk! You don't suppose we enjoy telling you, do you? If it wasn't that we loved you deeply, both of us, we'd lie to you and deceive you indefinitely rather than inflict this horror on ourselves.
And what about the horror you're inflicting on me?
Don't argue, Leo. What's the use in arguing?
Ah, so you love me, do you? Both of you, deeply. Well, I don't want a love that can shut me out and make me feel more utterly alone than I've ever felt in my life before.
Don't say that, Otto. It's not true. You couldn't possibly be shut out ever. Now hold on to reason. For the sake of all of us, please hold on to reason. It's our only chance. Well, please, please try to see.
I see, all right. I see perfectly clearly.
No, you don't. Not really. Oh, it's hopeless.
Quite hopeless.
Well, it needn't be if only we can tide over this moment.
Why should we tide over this moment? It's a big moment. Well, let's make the most of it. Ha.
Well, I suppose that's a good way of taking it, is anyway?
It isn't. It isn't.
I still find the whole thing a little difficult to realize completely. You must forgive me for being so stupid. I see quite clearly, I hear quite clearly, I know what's happened quite clearly, but I still don't quite understand.
What more do you want to understand?
Were you both drunk?
Of course we weren't.
Well, then that's ruled out. There's still one thing bewildering me very much. It's quite a small, trivial thing. You're both obviously very upset and strained and unhappy at having to tell me, isn't that so?
Yes.
And why were you laughing when I came in?
What on earth does that matter?
It matters a lot. It's very interesting.
It was irrelevant. Hysteria. It had nothing to do with it.
Why were you both laughing when I came in?
It was hysteria, I tell you.
Were you laughing at me?
Yes, we were. Yes, we were. We were laughing at you being wedged in the bath. That's
Shut
what
up,
we were
Leo.
laughing.
Stop it.
I shall laugh at that until the end of my days. I shall roll about on my deathbed thinking about it. And there are other things I shall laugh at, too. I shall laugh at you now in this situation, being hurt and grieved and immeasurably calm. What right have you to be hurt and grieved any more than Gilda and me? We're having just as bad a time as you are, probably worse. I didn't stamp around with a martyr's crown on when you walked off with her in the first place. I didn't look wistful and say I'd been shut out, and I didn't understand any of that nonsense from you. What happened between Gilda and me last night is actually completely unimportant. A sudden flare-up. And although we've been mutually attracted to each other for years, it wasn't even based in deep sexual love. It was just an unpremeditated roll in the hay, and we enjoyed it very much, so there.
Well! One thing that magnificent outburst has done for me is this. I don't feel shut out anymore. Do you hear? Not anymore, and I'm extremely grateful to you.
Otto?
You were right about me being hurt and grieved. I was. But that's over, too. I've seen something in you that I've never seen before. In all these years, I've never noticed it. I never realized that deep down underneath your superficial charm and wit, you're nothing but a cheap, second-rate little opportunist, ready to sacrifice anything, however sacred, for the excitement of the moment!
Otto, please listen to me a minute!
Listen to what? A few garbled explanations and excuses, fully charged with 100% feminine emotionalism, appealing to me to hold on to reason and intelligence. Well, where was this much vaunted reason and intelligence last night? Please. Working overtime, I'm sure. I expect your reason prompted you to wear your green dress, did it? And your emerald earrings, and your green shoes, too, although they hurt you when you dance. Reason must have whispered very kindly in your ear on the way back here in the taxi. It must have said, Otto's in Bordeaux, and Bordeaux's a very long way away, so we'll be quite safe. Well, that's reason, all right. Pure reason!
Stop it! Stop it! How can you be so cruel?
Shut up, Otto. What's the point of going on
Don't
like...
speak to me, old, loyal friend that you are. Don't you dare speak to me, even if you have the courage, and keep out of my sight from now onwards.
Bravo! Deathless drama!
Wrong again! Lifeless comedy. Go ahead, my boy, and do great things. You've already achieved a Hotel Deluxe, a few smart suits, and the woman I loved. Go ahead. Perhaps there are even higher peaks for you to climb. Good luck. Both of you! Wonderful luck! I wish you were both dead and in hell!
Change
Age and decay is gripping throughout.
The characterization falters here and there.
Dialogue is provocative and sustains a high level from first to last and is frequently witty, nay, even brilliant.
I love nay.
But, here we go, dear. But the play on the whole is decidedly thin.
My God, they've noticed it.
Thin? Thin? What do they mean, thin?
Just thin, darling. Thin's thin all the world over, and there's no getting away from it.
Would you call it thin?
Emaciated.
I shall write fat plays from now onwards. Fat plays full of very fat people.
Anyway, you can't expect a paper like The Times to be really interested in your petty little excursions into the theatre. After all, it is the organ of the nation.
That sounds vaguely pornographic to me.
Hello, hello, who's speaking? Could you hold the line a moment and I will hesitate?
Lady Brevel.
Well, tell her to go to hell.
It's the third time she's rung up this morning.
No restraint. That's what's wrong with society nowadays.
Hello, hello. Most terribly sorry, but Monsieur Mercure is not awake yet. He had a very tiring night, what with one thing and another. Is there any massage? Oh la la. Lunch on the 3rd or dinner on the 7th? Yes, of course I'll write it down. Not at all. Je vous en prie. Au revoir. Merci.
How do you feel about all that?
Amused?
I'm not sure that I do.
It's only funny, really.
Yes, but dangerous.
Are you afraid my silly, fluffy little head will be turned?
No, not exactly. But it makes me uncomfortable, all this snatching that goes on. Success is far more perilous than failure, isn't it? You have to be doubly watchful and wary and careful.
Perhaps I shall survive.
You'll survive all right in the long run, I don't doubt that for a minute. It's me I was worried about, actually.
Why?
Well, not me alone. Us.
Oh, I see.
Perhaps I'm jealous of you. I never thought of that.
Darling, don't be silly.
Last year was bad enough. This is going to be far worse.
Why be scared?
Where do we go from here? That's what I want to know.
How would you feel about getting married?
No.
Why not?
I wouldn't feel cozy married. It would upset my moral principles.
Doesn't the eye of heaven mean anything to you?
Only when it winks.
God knows it ought to wink enough at our marriage.
Anyway, there's another thing.
What?
Otto.
Otto.
Yes, I think he'd hate it.
I wonder if he would.
I believe he would. There'd be no reason for him to, really, but I believe he would.
If only he'd appear again, we could ask him.
He'd appear sooner or later. He can't go on being cross forever.
Funny about Otto.
Screamingly funny.
Do you love him still?
Yes. Don't you?
Yes.
We could not love Otto, really.
Could you live with him? Again?
No. I don't think so. That part of it's dead.
We were right, weren't we? Unconditionally right.
Yes. I just wish it hadn't been so violent, though, and drastic and horrid. I hated him being made so unhappy.
Do you think he could ever get over it enough for us all to be together?
I don't want us all to be together again. Oh, I feel suddenly irritated.
Why?
I don't know. How happy are you, really?
Very. I think.
I don't work hard enough. Not nearly hard enough. I've only done 4 houses for 4 silly women since we've been in England.
Monica Jevon wants you to do hers the moment she comes back.
But that'll be the 5th silly woman. Oh, dear. Ernest was right. He said my life was untidy. And it is untidy. At this moment, it's untidier than ever. Perhaps you're right about us getting married. Perhaps it would be a good thing. I'm developing into one of those tedious, unoccupied women who batten on men and spoil everything for them. I'm spoiling the excitement of your success for you at the moment by being tiresome and gloomy.
Do you think marriage would automatically transform you into a busy, high-spirited peck of my heart?
Something's missing, and I don't know what it is.
Don't you?
No. Do you?
Yes. I do. I know perfectly well what's missing.
I'll get it this time. Hello? Yes. Oh, yes, of course. He's here. Well, very sweet of you. I'm sure he'd love to. No, I'm afraid I can't. I've got to go to Paris. No, only for a few days.
Who is it?
Mrs. Borrowdale. She wants you for the weekend. Here he is.
Hello, Marion. Yes, wasn't it marvellous? Terrified out of my seven senses. What? Well, I'm not sure.
Yes, you are quite sure.
Hold on a minute while I look in my book. What will you do if I go?
Commit suicide immediately. Don't be so silly.
Why didn't you accept to? She asked you.
Because I don't want to go.
Hello? No, I've got nothing down for Saturday. I'd love to come. Yes, that'll be grand. Bye. Why don't you want to come? She's awfully amusing. The house is lovely.
Because it's much better for you to go alone.
All right, have it your own way.
Oh, don't think I'm being tiresome again. There's a darling. I just couldn't make the effort. That's the honest-to-God reason. I'm no good at house parties, and I never was.
Marion's house parties are different. You can do what you like, and nobody bothers you.
Well, I can never find what I like in other people's houses, and everybody bothers me.
I suppose I must be more gregarious than you. I enjoy meeting new people.
I enjoy meeting new people, too, but not second-hand ones.
As I said before, Marion's house parties are extremely amusing. She doesn't like second-hand people, as you call them, any more than you do. Incidentally, she's a very intelligent woman herself, and exceedingly good company.
I never said she wasn't intelligent. And I'm sure she's exceedingly good company. She has to be. It's her job.
That was a cheap jive. Thoroughly cheap. Hello, hello. Yes, speaking. Evening Standard. Oh, all right. Send him up.
This is a horrible morning.
I'm sorry.
You needn't be. It isn't your fault.
Yes, it is, I'm afraid. I happen to have written a successful play.
Oh, really?
Well, it's true, isn't it? That's what's worrying you.
Something's gone. Don't you see that?
Well, of course, something's gone. Something always goes. The whole business of living is a process of readjustments. What are you mourning for? The good old days of the Quartier Latin when life was life.
Don't be such a fool.
Let's dress up poor, shall we? Go back and pretend.
Why not? That at least would be a definite disillusionment.
Certainly it would. Standing over the skeletons of our past delights, trying to kick them to life
We
again.
don't have to go back or dress up poor in order to pretend. We can pretend here, among all this, with the flags flying and the trumpets blowing and the telephone ringing. We can still pretend. We can pretend that we're happy.
Hello! What? Yes. Yes, all right, I'll hold the line.
There's two gentlemen to see you, sir. They say they're from the Evening Standard.
Sure.
Darum schwirrt mich wie Motten das Licht. Und wenn sie verbrennen, ja, dafür kann ich nicht. Ich bin von Kopf bis Fuß auf Liebe eingestellt. Ich kann halt lieben nur und sonst gar nicht.
I think you'll find everything you want there.
Oh, I thought you'd gone, Miss Hodge. I'm sure I shall.
Oh, I was just putting on my hat.
Do you think it would be a good idea if Mr. Mercury and I got married?
I thought you was married.
Oh, I'd forgotten. We didn't tell you, did we?
No, you certainly didn't.
Well, we're not.
Oh, I see.
Are you shocked?
It's no business of mine, madam. Miss?
What do you think about marriage?
Not very much, miss. Having had a basin for myself, in a manner of speaking.
What?
Hodge is my maiden name. I took it back in disgust, if you know what I mean.
Have you been married much, then?
Twice, all told.
Where are your husbands now?
One's dead, the other's in Newcastle.
Oh.
Well, I'll be getting home if there's nothing else you require.
No, there's nothing else. Thank you, Miss Hodge. Good night.
Good night, madam. Miss.
Guess blush.
It's not true.
Here we are again.
Oh, Ott.
Are you pleased?
I don't quite know yet.
Well, make up your mind. There's a dear.
I'll try.
Where's Leo?
Away. He went away this afternoon.
It seems a very nice flat.
Oh, it is. You can see right across to the other side of the square on a clear day.
I've only just arrived.
Where from?
New York. I had an exhibition there.
Was it successful?
Very, thank you.
I've made up my mind quite definitely now. I'm ecstatically pleased to see you.
That's lovely.
Aren't you going to take off your hat and coat?
Don't you like them?
Enormously. It was foolish of me to ask whether your exhibition had been successful. I can see it was. Your whole personality reeks of it.
I'm disappointed Leo isn't here.
He'll be back on Monday.
How is he, please?
Awfully well.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. I feel very funny. I feel as if I'm going to cry, and I don't want to cry a bit.
Let's both cry. Just for a little.
Gilda, darling, Gilda, it's all right now, isn't it?
More than all right.
I was silly to stay away so long, wasn't
That's
I?
what Leo meant the other morning when he said he knew what was missing.
Me?
Yes, of course.
I'm terribly glad he said that.
We were having a row trying to find out why we weren't quite as happy as we could be.
Do you have many rows?
Quite a few every now and then.
As many as we used to?
About the same. There's a bit of trouble on at the moment. He's getting too successful and sought after, and I'm worried about him.
You needn't be. It won't touch him inside.
I'm afraid all the same.
I read about the play in the train. It's a riot, isn't it?
Capacity, every performance.
Is it good?
I think so.
Only think so.
The 3 scenes are first rate. The beginning of the second act drags a bit. Most of the first act's too facile. You know what I mean? He flips along with easy, swift dialogue, never going deep enough. It's very well played.
We'll go on Monday night.
Will you stay, now that you've come back?
I expect so. It depends on Leo.
Oh,
Well, he may not want me to.
I think he'll want you to even more than I do.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. It came up suddenly like a hiccup. Strange, isn't it, this going on where we left off?
It's exactly 127 years ago today.
128.
We've grown up since then.
Oh, I do hope so. Just a little.
I went away on a freight boat, you know. I went for thousands of miles, and I was very unhappy indeed.
Was it an English ship?
No Norwegian. I can say how do you do in Norwegian.
We must get to know some Norwegian people immediately, so that you can say how do you do to them. Where are your pictures?
Not unpacked yet. They're at the Carlton.
Oh, Oh, no, not the Carlton. Don't tell me you've gone grand on me as well.
I have indeed. I've got several commissions to do portraits here in London, the very best people. I only paint the very best people.
They have such interesting faces, don't they?
I don't paint their faces, Gilda. Fourth dimensional, that's what I am. I paint their souls.
You'd have to be eighth dimensional and clairvoyant to find them.
I'm grieved to see Leo's done little or nothing towards taming your proud revolutionary spirit.
He's inflamed it.
I know what's wrong with you, my sweet. You're just the concentrated essence of love among the artists.
I think that was unkind.
If you were creative yourself, you'd understand better. Life is for living, first and foremost. Even for artists. Life is for living. Remember that.
You have grown up, haven't you?
Oh, they were very happy those early days when we were together in Paris. Glamour will always cling to them in our memories, but don't be misled by them. Don't make the mistake of trying to recapture the spirit of them. That's dead. Along with our early loves and dreams and quarrels and all the rest of the foolishment.
I think I want to cry again.
There's nothing like a good cry.
You can't blame me for hating success when it changes all the things that I love best.
Things would have changed anyhow. It isn't only success that does it, it's time and experience and new circumstances.
Was it the Norwegians that taught you this still wisdom? They must be a wonderful people.
No, I was alone. I just sat quietly and looked at everything.
Well, I can see one thing quite clearly.
What?
I'm not needed anymore.
I thought you were going to say that.
That's what you meant me to say, isn't it?
We shall always need each other. All three of us.
Nonsense. The survival of the fittest, that's what counts.
Do have some rice pudding.
Oh, to hell with you and the rice pudding.
Hard words. Hard, cruel words.
You're so sure of yourself, aren't you? You and Leo, you're both so sure of yourselves. Getting what you want must be terribly gratifying.
It is.
Do you remember how I used to rail and roar against being feminine?
Yes, dear. You were very noisy about the whole business.
Well, I'm suddenly glad about it for the first time. Would you like some jam with that?
Are you trying to lure me to your wanton bed?
What would you do if I did?
Probably enjoy it very much.
Well, personally, I'm enjoying myself here. This measured skirmishing is delightful.
Be careful. I do implore you to be careful.
I never was. Why should I start now? Love among the artists.
Love among anybody.
Well, perhaps not love exactly. Something a little above it and a little below it. But something terribly strong.
Meaning this?
Of course, what else?
We should have principles to hang on to, you know. All this floating about without principles is so very dangerous.
Life is for living.
You accused me of being too sure. It's you who are sure now.
Sure of what?
Sure that I want you.
Don't you?
Of course I do.
Well, stand back then a little and let me look at you all over again.
I used to sit on the top deck of that freighter and close my eyes and imagine you standing in front of me. Just as you are now.
Good old romance, bobbing up again and wrapping up our crudities in a
Shut up,
bed.
don't talk like that.
I'm not nearly as afraid as you are.
You haven't so much to lose.
How do you know? You've forgotten everything about me. The real me. That dim figure you conjured up under your damned tropic stars was nothing but a misty ghost. An illusion. Scratched out of a few memories, inaccurate, untrue, nothing to do with me in any way. This is me now. Take a good look and see if you can tell what I have to lose in the game. Or to win, either. Perhaps you can tell me that. Can you? Can you?
Darling, you're so terribly sweet when you're angry.
That's another illusion. I'm not sweet.
You mustn't be so crushing. How are we to conduct this revivalist meeting without love words? How long is it going to last, this old wanton mood of yours?
Oh, don't. Don't laugh at me.
I must a little. Laugh too. It's not so serious, really.
If I once started, I should never stop. What are we going to do about Leo?
Wait and see what he does about us.
Have you no shame at all?
Just about as much as you have.
The whole thing is degrading. Completely and utterly degrading.
Only when measured against other people's standards.
Well, why should we flatter ourselves that we're so tremendously different?
Flattery doesn't enter into it. We are different. Our lives are diametrically opposed to ordinary social conventions. There's no use grabbing at those conventions to hold us up when we find we're in deep water. Don't suppose even the Polynesian Islanders would think very highly of us, though they wouldn't mind quite so much, being so far away. We're not doing any harm to anyone else. We're not peppering the world with illegitimate children. The only people we could possibly mess up are ourselves, and that's our lookout. And it's no use you trying to decide which you love best, Leo or me, because you don't know. At the moment, it's me. So, the only thing left to do is to enjoy it thoroughly. Every rich moment. Every thrilling second. I've been lonely for a long time without you. Now I've come back, I'm not going to be lonely anymore. Believe me, loneliness is a mug's game.
The whole thing is a mug's game.
You're infinitely lovely to me, darling, and so very necessary. The circle has swung round. Now it's my turn again. That's only fair, isn't it?
I suppose so.
It'd be different if you didn't want me. But you do, my dearest dear. I can see it in your eyes. You want me every bit as much as I want you.
Every bit. Oh, it all seems so easy in this light.
What's du de team?
What's that, darling?
How do you do in Norwegian? Whoa.
I will tell Madam, that you're here, sir.
Why all the confusion, Miss Hodge?
Well, I was only told last night, sir, that
I see.
it's a bit maddening at first, in a manner of speaking. I shall get used to it.
I'm sure you will.
She'll be in a moment, sir.
Ernest. What a surprise.
What's the matter with Miss Hodge?
The matter with her? I don't know. I haven't examined her.
It was very foolish of you to tell her you and Leo weren't married.
I'd forgotten she didn't know. It just slipped out. Have you come from Paris?
Yes, last night. There's been a slight argument going on for weeks.
Argument? What kind of an argument?
One of those Holbein arguments?
Somebody said it wasn't, I suppose.
Yes, that's it.
And was it?
In my humble opinion, yes.
And did your humble opinion settle it?
I hope so.
Admirable. Perfect, sure, quiet conviction. Absolutely admirable.
Thank you, Gilda. Don't imagine that the irony in your tone escaped me.
That wasn't irony, it was envy.
It's high time you stopped envying me.
I don't think I ever shall.
How's Leo?
Not very well.
Oh, what's wrong?
Tummy. He had an awful night. He didn't close an eye until about 5 o'clock.
I'm sorry, I wanted to say goodbye to you both.
Goodbye.
I'm going back to Paris this afternoon and sailing for America on Wednesday.
You do flip about, don't you, Ernest?
Not anymore. I've decided to live in New York permanently. I've been angling for a particular penthouse for years, and now I've got it.
How lovely. Is it very high?
About 30 floors.
Do you want a housekeeper?
Yes, badly. Will you come?
Perhaps.
You seem very gay.
I'm always gay on Sunday. There's something particularly intoxicating about Sundays in London.
It's excellent about the play. I read all the reviews.
Yes, it's grand. It ought to run for years. And years. And years and years and years and years.
I suppose Leo is delighted?
Absolutely hysterical. I think that's probably what's upset his stomach. He was always oversensitive, you know. Even in Paris in the olden days, he used to roll around at the slightest encouragement, don't you remember?
No, I can't say that I do.
Well, that's because you're slightly gaga, darling. You've sold too many pictures and made too much money and traveled too much.
Oh, do stop. You're making me giddy.
Perhaps you'd like some sherry.
No, thank you.
Very good sherry, dry as a bone.
You seem to me to be in a very strange mood, Gilda.
I've never felt better in my life. Ups and downs. My life is one long convulsive sequence of ups and downs. This is an up. At least I think it is.
Are you sure it isn't nervous collapse?
I never thought of that. That's a very good idea. I shall have a nervous collapse. Ah!
Will you ever change, I wonder? Will you ever change into a quieter, more rational person?
Why should I?
What's wrong now?
Wrong? Why should anything be wrong? Everything's right, righter than it's ever been. God's in his heaven, all's right with the world. I always thought that was a remarkably silly statement, didn't you?
Unreasoning optimism is always slightly silly, but it's a great comfort to at least 3/4 of the human race.
The human race is a letdown, Ernest. A bad, bad letdown. I'm disgusted with it. It thinks it's progressed, but it hasn't. It thinks it's risen above the primeval slime, but it hasn't. It's still wallowing in it. It's still clinging to us, clinging to our hair and our eyes and our souls. We've invented a few small things that make noises, but we haven't invented one large thing that creates quiet. Endless, peaceful quiet.
I think perhaps I should like a glass of sherry after all. Now then.
Now then, what?
Out with it.
I'm going away. I'm not needed anymore.
You got a row with Leo?
No, I haven't had a row with anybody. I've just suddenly seen the light. Survival of the fittest, that's the light, didn't you know?
I think perhaps I should understand you better if you spoke in Russian.
Or Norwegian. That is a fascinating language for you.
I believe there's a very nice nursing home in Manchester Street.
You see this?
Yes?
It's for Leo.
To read when he wakes up.
Yes, if he ever wakes up.
You haven't poisoned him, have you?
No, but he's nearly poisoned me. An insidious, dreary sort of poison. A lymphatic poison. Turning me slowly into a cow.
My poor Gilda.
I shall leave it here.
Pity there isn't a pincushion.
I expect you think I'm being overdramatic.
Not any more than usual?
Well, I'm not. I'm perfectly calm inside, cold as steel.
Can one be exalted and cold as steel at the same time?
I can. I can be lots of things at the same time. Becomes a great bore after a while. In the future, I intend to be only one thing.
That being?
Myself, Ernest. My unadulterated self. Myself without hangings, without trimmings, unencumbered by the winding tendrils of other people's demands.
I congratulate you.
I'm glad you suddenly appeared to say goodbye. Very appropriate. You have a tremendous sense of the right moment, Ernest. It's wonderful. You pop up like a genie out of the bottle just to be in at the death. You really ought to have been a priest.
Are you going, really?
Of course I'm going. I've got to learn a few things while there's still time. Who knows? I might even learn to be an artist. Just think of that. And even if I can't achieve such splendor, there are other lessons for me. The lesson of paddling my own canoe, for instance, not just weighing down somebody else's and imagining I'm steering it.
Where are you going, really?
First to a hotel. to make a few plans.
You can take over my room at the Carlton if you like.
Oh, no,
I'm
Ernest.
leaving today.
Not the Carlton.
Why? What's the matter with it?
It's too big and pink and grand for me. I want a decayed hotel. Sad and gentle and a little bit under the weather.
And afterwards?
Paris. No, not Paris. Berlin. I've always been rather attached to Berlin.
Are you sure you're wise? This is rather drastic, isn't it?
Quite sure.
I won't try to dissuade you then.
No, don't. Wouldn't do any good. I'm quite determined.
I have an instinctive distrust of sudden impulses.
I'll fool you yet. I'll make you eat your damned skepticism.
Sorry.
Goodbye, Ernest. I'm going now.
You'll be lonely. Aren't you afraid?
I can bear it. I've been lonely before.
Not for a long while.
Loneliness doesn't necessarily mean being by yourself.
Very well, dear.
You're very tender and very kind, and I'm immensely grateful to you. Come on, let's go.
Don't you have any bags or anything?
I've packed a dressing case with my few immediate wants. Everything else I shall get new. Brand new. Shh. I'll drop you off at the Carlton and take your taxi on.
Is he asleep?
Fast asleep. Come on. Oh, I've forgotten something.
Hello? Hello? What? No, he's not. He's away. All right. Not at all.
Where are you?
Oh, she's gone out.
Did she say where?
No, she did not.
What's the time?
11.
We met on the doorstep last night. Do you remember?
Oh, yes, I remember all right.
It was very kind of you to let me in.
I didn't know you was going to stay all night.
I wasn't sure myself.
Pretty thing.
Beg your pardon?
I said a pretty thing, and I meant a pretty thing. Nice goings on.
Very nice, thank you.
I'm a respectable woman.
Never mind.
I don't mind a little fun every now and then among friends, but I do draw the line at looseness.
You're making a mistake, Miss...
My name's Hodge.
You're making a mistake, Miss Hodge.
How do you mean?
You're making a mistake in daring to disapprove of something that has nothing to do with you whatever.
Well, I never.
Please go away and mind your own business. Hello?
Darling. I couldn't bear it any longer, so I've come back. Kitty, kitty, kitty.
Hello, Leo.
You, Otto.
Yes. I couldn't bear it any longer either, so I've come back.
Where have you come from?
New York.
When did you arrive?
Last night.
Why aren't you dressed?
I thought you just got up.
You stayed here?
Yes.
With?
Yes.
I see.
Wouldn't be any use lying to you, would it? Pretending I didn't.
No use at all.
I'm not even sorry, Leo. Except for hurting you.
Where is?
She's gone out.
Out? Why? Where's she gone to?
I don't know.
How vile of you. How unspeakably vile of you both.
It was inevitable.
Inevitable.
I arrived unexpectedly. You were away. Gilda was alone. I love her. I've always loved her. I've never stopped for a minute, and she loves me too.
What about me?
I said I was sorry for hurting you.
Gilda loves me.
I never said she didn't.
What are we to do? What are we to do now?
Do you know, I haven't the faintest idea.
Is Gilda going to leave me? To go away with you?
Do you want her to?
Yes, I suppose so now.
No, we hadn't made any arrangements or plans.
I came back too soon. Could have gone away, left a note.
That would have been nice and easy for you, wouldn't it?
Well, perhaps it would, really. I don't know that I should have done it, though.
Why not?
If I had, I shouldn't have seen you at all. I wanted to see you. Very much.
You wanted to see me, hating you like this. Very touching.
You're not hating me nearly as much as you think you are. You're hating the situation. That's quite different.
You flatter yourself.
Oh, no. I'm speaking from experience. You forget. I've been through just what you're going through now. I thought I hated you with all my heart and soul. The force of that hatred swept me away onto the high seas, too far out of reach to be able to come back when I discovered the truth.
The truth?
That no one of us was more to blame than the other. We've made our own circumstances, you and me and Gilda, and we've bloody well got to put up with them.
I wish I could aspire to such a sublime God's eye view.
You will. In time. When your acids have calmed down.
I should like so very much not to be able to feel anything at all for a little. I'm desperately tired.
You want a change?
It seems I'm going to get one whether I want it or not.
Oh, Leo. You really are very, very tender.
Don't laugh. How dare you laugh? How can you laugh?
It's a good joke. A magnificent joke.
It's a pity Gilda went away when she did. We could have all enjoyed it together.
Like we did before?
Yes, like we did before.
And like we shall again?
No. Never again. Never.
I wonder.
Otto.
What is it?
Look.
Gilda.
Of course.
She's gone. She's escaped.
Funny word to use. Escaped?
That's what she's done all the same. Escaped.
The joke is becoming richer.
Escaped from both of us.
Better open them, I suppose.
Yes. Yes, I suppose we had.
What does yours say?
Goodbye, my clever little dear. Thank you for the keys of the city.
That's what mine says.
I wonder where she's gone.
I don't see that that matters much.
One up to Gilda.
What does she mean, keys of the city?
A lot of things.
I feel rather sick.
Have some sherry.
That's brandy.
Better still.
Thank you.
I feel a little sick, too.
Do you think she'll come back?
No.
It's all my fault, really.
Is it?
Yes. I happen to have turned out to be successful. Gilda doesn't care for successful people.
I wonder how much we've lost with the years.
A lot. I think practically everything now.
Love among the artists. Very difficult. Too difficult.
Do you think we could find her?
Do you want to?
Of course.
Why? What would be the use?
She might explain a little more clearly.
Well, what good would that do? We know where she's gone perfectly well.
Because she doesn't want us anymore.
Because she thinks she doesn't want us anymore.
I suppose that's as good a reason as any.
Quite.
Still, I should like to see her just once more, just to find out, really, in so many words.
So many words! That's what's wrong with us. So many words. Too many words. Masses of words spewed about until we've choked on them. We have argued and probed and dragged our entrails out in front of one another for years. We've explained away the sea, the stars, life and death, and our own peace of mind. I'm sick of this endless game of three-handed spiritual ping-pong, this battling of our little egos in one another's faces.
Now is the moment to open our eyes fearlessly and look at the truth.
And what is the truth?
It's no good talking to you, is it? You just won't grasp anything. You're content to go on being a romantic clod until the end of your days.
And what about you? What about the plays you write? Turgid with romance, sodden with true love, rotten with nostalgia.
There is no necessity to be rude about my work. That's quite separate and completely beside the point.
Well, it oughtn't to be. If you're a writer, it's your duty to write what you think. If you don't, you're a cheat and a hypocrite.
Impartial discussion is one thing, Otto. Personal bickering is another. I think you should learn to distinguish between the two.
Let's have some more brandy.
That would be completely idiotic.
Let's be completely idiotic.
Very well.
We were both damn fools in the first place ever to have anything to do with her.
You're awfully strong, Otto. Much, much stronger than you used to be.
I've been all over the world. I've roughed it. That's what's made me strong. Every man ought to rough it.
Stroll with civilized life makes you soft. Been thinking about that for a long, long time. Been watching myself getting softer and softer and softer. It's awful.
You'd be super all right if you got away from all this muck.
Yes, I know, but how?
Get on a ship, Leo. It doesn't matter where it's going. Just get on a ship. A small ship.
How small?
Very small indeed. A freighter.
Is that what you did?
Yes.
Then I will. Where do very small ships sail from?
Everywhere. Tilbury, Hamburg, Le Havre.
I'm free. I've suddenly realized it. I'm free.
So am I.
That's something worth drinking to, Otto. We really ought to drink to that.
Yeah.
Our freedom's been lost to us for a long, long time. Now we've found it again. Freedom from people and things and softness. We really ought to drink to that.
There isn't any more brandy.
What's that over there?
Where?
On the thing.
Sherry.
What's the matter with sherry?
All right.
Après-moi, le déluge.
Après both of us, le déluge.
I think I shall sit down. I'm so terribly sick of standing up.
Human beings were never meant to stand up in the first place. It's all been a grave mistake.
Or what?
All this stamping about.
I feel ever so much better. I'm not angry with you anymore. I'm not angry with Gilda. Or with anybody. I feel sort of peace, you know what I mean?
Yes. I know. I know.
Keys for the city, indeed.
What a damn nonsense.
Too much sense of drama. Flouncing off like that.
We've all got too much sense of drama. But we won't have any more. From now on, reason and realism and clarity of vision.
What?
I said clarity of vision.
She's done an awful lot for us, Otto. I wonder what we shall have achieved without her. Very little, I'm afraid. Terribly little. And now she's gone because she doesn't want us anymore. I think she thinks we don't want her anymore. But we do want her. No, we do. We shall always want her. Always, always. And now she's gone. I expect it'll take years to get over it. I'm gonna hate those years. I am gonna hate every minute of them. Me too. Oh. Thank God for each other, anyhow. Yes. We'll get by somehow. Together. Together. But we're going to be awfully, awfully lonely.
Who'd like a highball?
Oh, we all would. We all need it.
People are wrong when they say the opera isn't what it used to be. It is what it used to be. That's what's wrong with it.
Never again.
Have you got enough ice there, Henry?
Ah, yes, heaps.
This is the most beautiful view I've ever seen.
Next hour.
I like this better. You can see more of the river.
You did all this, I suppose, Gilda?
No, not all of it. Ernest laid the foundations. I just put in a few extras.
When's he coming back?
Tomorrow.
Well, it's lovely.
I'd forgotten you hadn't been here before.
Here's your drink, Gilda.
Thank you, Henry.
Grace,
Thank you.
are you gonna have yours out there, Helen, or?
No, I'll come in for it.
Now, where did you get that?
Italy. We were motoring through Siena. We stopped at a little village to have lunch, and there it was, just waiting to be grabbed.
You really ought to open a shop. With your reputation, you'd make a packet.
This is my shop. I make quite enough one way and another.
But the things in this room aren't for sale, are they?
All but the pictures. Those are Ernest's.
Then they are for sale.
Perhaps at a price.
Oh, boy, what a price. What was the name of that when he sold Dad?
I don't think it had a name.
The name of the artist, I mean.
Matisse.
Well, you know, all I can say is it ought to have been a double Matisse for that money.
$11,000, wasn't it?
It was.
Your father was a lucky man. But then he always has been, hasn't he?
Bow Henry. Or fall down dead, one or the other.
Would you like to see over the rest of it, Grace?
I would indeed. I'm taking mental notes. And if any of them come out right, I'll send you a handsome gift.
Terrace first. Nice line in balcony furniture. Striped awnings, shrubs in pots.
I feel giddy from here.
I love being high up.
So do I. The higher, the better.
What floor is this?
30th.
What'd you do here if there was a fire, Gilda? If it started down below in the elevator shaft or something?
Very nice line in fire escapes just through here. Perfectly equipped, commodious. There's even a wide enough balustrade to slide down.
One day there'll be an earthquake in this city, and then all you high livers will come tumbling down.
In that case, I'd rather be here than on the ground.
Come and see the bedrooms, Grace.
Higher still?
Yes, higher still. Oh. You two will be all right down here, won't you?
Of course.
Help yourself to another drink, Henry.
Thanks, I will. You want another?
I haven't finished this one yet.
Now, promise me one thing, Helen.
What?
That you'll never become a professional decorator.
Why?
I've never met one yet that wasn't hard as nails. And my God, I've met hundreds.
Do you think Gilda's hard?
Hard. Well, look at her eyes. Look at the way she's piloting old Grace around the apartment. Look at the way she snapped me up over Dad's picture.
Oh, you were rather awful about it.
Well, so I should think. $11,000 for that daub. Yeah, I've only met 3 people who could tell me what it was supposed to be, and they all told me different.
Heart's not in your line, Henry.
Yeah, you bet your sweet life it isn't. Not at that price.
I like modern art. I think it's thrilling.
Bunk.
That's what everyone always says about new things. Look at Wagner.
Wagner? What's Wagner got to do with it?
When first his music came out, everyone said it was terrible.
That's Jake with me.
It's silly to laugh at things just because you don't understand them.
You know, you've been around too much lately, Helen. You ought to stay home more.
If it hadn't have been for Gilda, I don't know what I would have done all winter.
Well, if it hadn't been for us, I don't know what she would have done all winter. You could have fixed up our apartment just as well as she did. Well, what do we want with all that Spanish junk?
It isn't junk. It's beautiful. She has the most wonderful taste. Everybody says she has.
It's a racket, Helen. The whole thing is a racket.
I don't know what's the matter with you this evening, Henry Carver.
Well, the evening's been a flop. The opera was lousy, and now we've been dragged up here instead of going to the casino. Just because Gilda has sniffed a lot of business.
Do you really think she got Grace up here just to sell her something?
I do.
Oh, Henry.
Don't you?
Of course I don't. They've got a lot of money. They don't need to go on like that.
That's how they make the money. Yeah, Ernest's been palming off pictures on people for years.
Well, I don't see why they shouldn't if they're willing to buy them. After all, everybody sells something. I mean, even...
Don't they have any servants?
I expect they've gone to bed.
Well, I'd better answer the door, I suppose.
Yes, I think you had.
Mrs. Friedman's just upstairs. I'll call her.
I shouldn't trouble to do that. She'll be down in a moment, won't she?
Yes, I expect so. She's just showing Mrs. Torrance around the apartment.
Torrance? Torrance, how very odd. I wonder if that's the same Mrs. Torrance we met in Yoshiwara.
Very possibly.
This is my wife, Mrs. Carver. I don't believe I know your names.
My name is Mercury.
How do you do, Mr. Mercury?
And mine is Silvus.
How do you do, Mr. Silver?
How do you do, Mr. Carver?
Would you care for a drink?
Passionately.
Well, they're right over there. Just help yourself.
Are you old friends of Mrs. Friedman's?
Yes, we lived with her for years.
Oh.
Here's to you, Mr. and Mrs. Carver.
Mr. and Mrs. Carver.
Here's luck.
I once knew a man called Carver in Sumatra.
Really?
He had one of the longest beards I've ever seen.
That was Mr. Idlebone.
So it was. How stupid of me.
We travel so much, you know, we sometimes get a little muddled.
I'm sure you do.
Have you been married long?
2 years.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Why? What of it?
There's something strangely and deeply moving about young love, Mr. and Mrs. Carver.
Youth at the helm.
Guiding the fragile bark of happiness down the river of life, unthinking, unaware of the perils that lie in wait for you, the sudden tempests, the sharp, jagged rocks beneath the surface. Are you never afraid?
I don't see anything to be afraid of.
Foolish, headstrong boy.
Have you any children?
No, we have not.
That's the trouble with this century. If you'd been living in Renaissance Italy, you'd have been married at 13. By now, you'd have masses of children, and they'd all be fashioning things of great beauty, wouldn't they, Otto?
Yes, Leo, they would.
There you are, you see.
The tragedy of the whole situation lies in the fact that you don't care. You don't care a fig, do you?
I really don't understand what you mean.
It's all a question of masks. Brittle, painted masks. We all wear them as a form of protection. Modern life forces us to. We must have some means of shielding our timid, shrinking souls from the glare of civilization.
Be careful, Leo. Remember how you upset yourself in Mombasa.
That was fish.
And of course the terrace is lovely in the summer, because as it goes right round, there's always somewhere cool to sit. Well, hello.
Hello, Gilda.
We've come back.
Yes. Yes, I see you have. This is Mrs. Torrance. Grace, these are two old friends of mine, Leo Mercure and Otto Silvers.
How do you do? Please forgive our clothes. We've just come off a freight ship.
A Dutch freight ship. The food was delicious.
I see you both have drinks. Henry, mix me one, will you?
Certainly.
Well, this is a delightful surprise. You know, I haven't seen either of them for nearly 2 years.
Gilda's just been showing me this perfectly glorious apartment. Don't you think it's lovely?
Artistically too careful, but professionally superb.
Behave yourself, Otto.
Where's darling little Ernest?
Chicago.
Here's your drink, Gilda.
Thank you, Henry.
Where have you come from on your freight boat, Mr. Mercury?
Manila.
It was very hot in Manila.
It was also very hot in Singapore.
It always is, I believe.
It was cooler in Hong Kong, and in Vladivostok it was downright cold. We had to wear mittens.
I've never been able to understand why the Japanese are such a cheerful race. All that hissing and grinning on the brink of destruction.
Look at the way they kill themselves on the most whimsical of pretexts.
I always thought Madame Butterfly was over hasty.
She should have gone out into the world and achieved an austere independence, just like you, Gilda.
Don't talk nonsense. They talk the most absurd nonsense. They always have ever since I've known them. You mustn't take any notice of them.
Don't undermine our social poise, Gilda. You who have so much.
Your social poise is non-existent.
We have a veneer, though. It's taken us years to acquire. Don't scratch it with your sharp, witty nails, darling.
Have you written any new plays, Leo? Have you painted any new pictures, Otto? You must come round to lunch one day and tell me all about yourselves.
Oh, that would be lovely. Just the three of us.
Should old acquaintance be forgot?
Close harmony.
You'll have to forgive me if I'm not quite as helpful to you as I used to be. My critical faculties aren't as strong as they once were. I've grown away, you see.
How far have you grown, my sweet love? How lonely are you in your little box, so high above the arena? Don't you ever feel you want to come down to the cheap seats again? Nearer to the sand and the blood and the warm smells, nearer to life and death.
You've changed, Leo. You used to be much more subtle.
You've changed, too. But we expected that.
It's funny how people alter. Only the other day at the colony, a boy I used to know when he was at Yale came up to my table, and I didn't recognize him.
Yeah. I have the most remarkable memory for names, but I cannot for the life of me remember faces. Do you know, I sometimes look at Leo and I haven't the faintest idea who he is.
I can remember things, though, very clearly. And past conversations, small, trivial incidents. Some trick of the light, some slight movement can cause a whole flock of irrelevant memories to tumble into my mind. Just unattached fragments which might have been important once, but which don't seem to mean anything anymore now. Trees in a quiet London square, for instance. A green dress with earrings to match. 2 notes propped up against a brandy bottle. Odd, isn't it?
No, not particularly odd. Just the usual litter of an over-sentimental mind.
Be careful, Gilda. An ugly brawl is imminent.
I'm not afraid.
That's brave when you have so much to lose.
Is that a threat?
We've come back. That should be threat enough.
There now. That's what happens when you let ghosts into the house. They try to frighten you with their beckoning fingers and clanking chains, not realizing that they're dead and unable to harm you anymore. That's why one should never be frightened of them. Just sorry for them. Poor little ghosts. It must be dreadfully uncomfortable wandering through empty passages, realizing they're not wanted very much.
There you are, you see. Even Gilda can talk nonsense.
That wasn't nonsense, Leo. That was a flight of fancy tinged with the macabre and reeking with allegory. A truly remarkable achievement.
It certainly requires a vivid imagination to describe this apartment as an empty passage.
Stop it, both of you. You're behaving abominably.
We're all behaving abominably.
The veneer is wearing thin. Even yours, Gilda.
This really is the most extraordinary conversation I've ever heard.
Fascinating, though, don't you think? Fascinating to lift the roofs a fraction and look down into the houses.
Not when the people inside know that you're looking. Not when they're acting for you and showing off, strutting about.
How does it feel to be so secure, Gilda? Tell us about it.
Another drink, Henry?
No, thanks.
We really ought to be going.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Watch the smooth wheels turn round.
Reach for a murad.
I must be going too, Gilda. Can I drop anyone?
No, thanks. Our car's just outside.
Goodbye, Mr. Mercury.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Can I drop you anywhere?
No, thank you. We're staying a little longer.
No. Go now. Otto, please, both of you go with Grace. You can telephone me first thing in the morning.
We want to talk to you.
You can talk tomorrow. We can all talk for hours.
We want to talk now.
Yes, I know you do, but I've just said I'm dreadfully tired. I've had a very hard day.
Oh, I see.
Goodbye, Gilda. It's been a lovely evening.
My car's there. You're coming now. Good night, Gilda.
Good night.
Ring for the elevator, Henry.
It was awful of you both to behave like that. Why couldn't you wait quietly until they'd gone?
But they wouldn't go. They were going to stay forever and ever and ever.
Go now, both of you. Go with Grace, or else she'll gossip all over the town if you don't. Here's the key. Be back in 10 minutes.
Intrigue, eh? A nice state of affairs.
Good old Decameron.
Go quickly, both of you. Get a taxi straight back.
I often stop and wonder why I appeal to men. How many times I blunder in love and out again.
Put these up there for the moment, Matthew, and get me some coffee.
Yes, sir.
Is Mrs. Friedman awake?
She hasn't rung yet, sir.
Oh, very well. Get me some coffee as quickly as you can.
It's already ready, sir. You have a good trip, sir?
No, I did not.
Very good, sir.
Morning, Ernest.
God bless my soul.
He will, Ernest. He couldn't fail to.
Dear little Ernest.
Where in heaven's name have you come from?
Manila.
It was awfully hot in Manila.
Have you been staying here?
Of course.
Since when?
Last night.
Oh. Where did you sleep?
Upstairs.
What? Where's Gilda?
She's gone. Disappeared.
Disappeared? You must be out of your mind.
Yes, I am. She's disappeared.
Disappeared. Gone. She fluttered out into the night like a silly great owl.
We arrived when she was entertaining a few smart friends. She pressed a latchkey into our hands and told us to come back later. When we came back later, she'd gone. So we waited a little while, and then we went to bed.
We were very tired.
This was fantastic. The whole thing ridiculous.
Do you think we could have some coffee, too?
Yes, you can have some coffee if you want it.
Oh, dear, I do hope you're not going to be disagreeable, Ernest. After all, you haven't seen us for ages.
Disagreeable? What do you expect me to be? I arrive home after 20 hours on the train to find Gilda gone and both of you staying in this house uninvited and wearing my pajamas.
We'll take them off of them right now.
You won't do any such thing. 2 more cups, please, Matthew.
Yes, sir.
Why have you come? What do you want?
We want Gilda, of course.
You must be out of your mind.
Not at all. It's quite natural. We've always wanted Gilda.
Are you aware that she's my wife?
Oh, don't be so silly, Ernest.
Silly? How dare you?
You're a dear old pet, Ernest, and we're very, very fond of you. We know perfectly well that Gilda could be married to you 50 times and still not be your wife.
More coffee, sir?
No. There's enough here. Thank you, Matthew.
Can I get you Grapefruit, sir? Or egg?
No, thank you.
And for you, sir?
No, thank you.
That will do, Matthew.
Oh, yeah, sir.
Do you seriously imagine that you have the slightest right to walk into my house like this and demand my wife?
Oh, do stop saying my wife in that complacent way, Ernest. It's absurd.
We know perfectly well why you married Gilda. And if we'd both been dead, it would have been an exceedingly good idea.
You are dead as far as she's concerned.
Oh, no, we're not. We are very much alive!
I fear your marriage is on the rocks, Ernest.
Now, listen to me, you two. I married Gilda because she was alone. And because for many, many years, I was very attached to her. I know exactly how much she loved you both, and also, I'm afraid, exactly how little you both loved her. You practically ruined her life between you, and you caused her great unhappiness with your egotistical, casual passions. Now you can leave her alone. She's worked very hard and made a reputation for herself. Her life is fully occupied, and she's completely contented. Leave her alone! Go away. Go back to Manila, or wherever you came from, and leave her alone.
Admirable, Ernest. Admirable, but not strictly accurate. We love her more than anyone else in the world, and always shall. She has caused us just as much unhappiness in the past as we ever caused her. And although she may have worked hard, and although she may be so fully occupied, she is far from being contented. We saw her last night, and we know.
She could never be contented without us, because she belongs to us as much as we belong to her.
She ran away from you.
She'll come back.
She has come back.
I might have known it.
Shall I take your parcel, ma'am?
Yes, thank you, Matthew. Give it to Nora. It's my evening cloak.
Yes.
I borrowed this hat and coat from the janitor at the Ritz. Remind me to return them sometime this morning, Ernest. Well, this is all very awkward, isn't it? In the very first minute you get home, too. It is a shame. I'm sorry. Did you two stay all night?
Yes, we did.
I wondered if you would.
Why did you sneak off like that?
I would have thought the reason was perfectly obvious.
It was very weak of you.
Not at all. I just needed time to think. Give me some coffee, Ernest. No, don't go for another cup. I'll have yours. I couldn't bear to see Matthew's eyes popping out at me anymore. Now then.
Now then, indeed.
What's going to happen?
Social poise again. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
You know you both look figures of fun in those pajamas.
I don't believe I've ever been so acutely irritated in my whole life.
It is annoying for you, Ernest. I do see that. I'm sorry.
Yes, we're both sorry.
I think your arrogance is insufferable. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I'm very, very angry. Gilda, for heaven's sake, tell them to go.
They wouldn't. Not even if I told them until I was black in the face.
Quite right.
Not without you, we wouldn't.
How very sweet of you both.
What are you up to?
Tell us, my little dear. My clever little dear. Tell us what you're up to.
Stop pulling our ears, Gilda. Tell us why you're so quiet and strange. Tell us what you're up to.
Don't you know? I've given in.
What?
I've given in. I've thrown my hand in. The game's over.
Gilda, what do you mean?
What I say.
You don't mean you can't mean.
I mean, I'm going away from you, Ernest. Some things are too strong to fight against. I've been fighting for 2 years, and I'm bored with the battle, sick to death with it. So I've given in.
You're insane. You can't be serious.
I'm not serious. That's what's so dreadful. I feel I ought to be, but I'm not. My heart's bobbing up and down inside me like a parrot inside a cage. It's shameful, I know, but I can't help it. And you two. You two sitting there with the light of triumph in your eyes. Say something, can't you? Say something, for God's sake, before I slap your smug little faces.
I knew it. I knew it last night. We both knew it. We laughed ourselves to sleep.
Gilda, pull yourself together. Don't be a fool. Pull yourself together.
Don't get so excited, Ernest. It doesn't matter to you as much as all that, you know.
You're crazy. You're stark staring mad.
I am. I'm mad with joy. I'm mad with relief. I thought they really had forgotten me, that they really were free of me, that they were never coming back, and that I would never see them again, and that my heart would be heavy and sick and lonely for them until the day that I died.
Serves you right for leaving us. Serves you damn well right.
Oh, dear Ernest, you've understood so much until now. Understand just this much more. And please try to forgive me. Because I couldn't possibly live without them, and that's that.
I gather the fact that I'm your husband is not of the faintest importance to you?
It's never been much more than a comfortable sort of arrangement, has it?
Apparently not as comfortable as I imagined.
Exquisitely comfortable and easygoing and very, very nice. But those things just don't count in a situation like this. You must see that.
I see a ruthless egotism. An utter disregard for anyone's feelings but your own. That's all I see at the moment.
She's coming away with us. How do you account for that? She just said so.
The sight of you has revived her old idiotic infatuation for you. But only for a little. It won't last. She knows too much now to be taken in by you again.
You're wrong, Ernest. You're wrong.
Your lack of balance verges on insanity.
Do you know that was downright rude?
Oh, I go on talking. What's the use in talking? Look at me, Ernest. Look at me. Can't you see what's happened?
You're a mad woman again.
And why shouldn't I be a mad woman? I've been sane and still for 2 years. You were deceived by my dead behavior because you wanted to be. And it's silly to go on saying to yourself that I'm different from Otto and Leo. We're not different. We're all of a piece, all three of us. Those early years in Paris made us so. From now on, we shall have to live and die our own way. No one else's way is any good. We don't fit.
No, you don't. You don't, and you never will. Your values are false and distorted.
Only from your point of view.
From the point of view of anyone who has the slightest sense of decency.
We have our own sense of decency. We have our own ethics. Our lives are a different shape from yours, Ernest. Wave us goodbye. We're together again.
Hold your tongue. I've had too much of your effrontery already.
Once and for all, Ernest. Don't be so bitter and dreadfully outraged. Please, please calm down, and you'll find it so much easier to understand.
You overrate my capacity for understanding. The whole situation is revolting to me. I never shall understand. I never could understand this disgusting, three-sided, erotic hotchpotch.
Ernest!
Good heavens, King Solomon had 100 wives and was thought very highly of. I can't see why Gilda shouldn't be allowed a couple of gentlemen friends.
Your ill-timed flippancy is only in keeping with the rest of your execrable taste.
Certain emotions transcend even taste, Ernest. Take anger, for instance. Look what anger's doing to you. You're blowing yourself out like a frog.
Be quiet. Be quiet!
Why should we be quiet? Why, you're making enough noise to blast the roof off! Why should you have the monopoly of noise? Why should your pompous moral pretensions be allowed to hurtle themselves across the city without any opposition? We've all got lungs. Let's use them. Let's shout like mad!
Stop it, Leo! Stop it! Stop it, I implore you! This is ludicrous! This is ludicrous! Stop it! Oh, stop it! It's ludicrous!
Yes, it is ludicrous. It's ludicrous to think that I was ever taken in by any of you. That I mistook you for anything but the unscrupulous, worthless degenerates that you are. There isn't a decent instinct among the lot of you. You're shifty and irresponsible and abominable. And I don't wish to set eyes on you again as long as I live. Never. You hear me? Never. Never. Never.
Blues. Those 20th century blues. are getting me down. Who's escaping those dreary 20th century blues? Why, if there's a God in the sky, why shouldn't he grin? High up, above this dreary 20th century din. In this strange confusion, chaos and illusion, people seem to lose their way. What is there to strive for, love or keep alive for? Say hey, hey, and call it a day. Blues, nothing to win or to lose. It's getting me down. Who's escaping those dreary 20th century blues?